Are longer passwords better, even if they're simpler? Hi everyone, Leo Notenboom here for askleo.com. If you are viewing this video on a service that has a like button, be sure and hit it towards the end of this video. That really does help other people find the answers that they're looking for when they're searching. So today's question. I tried to move many of my passwords to passphrases or just use the first letters of words in a passphrase. Why could you not, for example, just use the letter W 20 times? Would this be better than a complicated password of 10 letters, numbers, and symbols? I'm assuming the techniques used to crack passwords cannot tell when each character was correctly chosen. I'm sure, though, that I'm oversimplifying this. This is totally counterintuitive. I get it. 20 passwords, www, does seem like a simpler password, doesn't it? Might it be too simple? Could it really be stronger than, say, let's see, what did I write here? JKCD$3T77? The answer, as, like I say, clickbait headlines would say, might surprise you. The bottom line is that, yeah, longer passwords are better. Size matters. Like I said, it's totally counterintuitive, but those 20 W's are absolutely a more secure password than that 8 or 10 character random password that I showed you. Now, to be fair, 20 W's is easy to remember, and there are probably some other techniques that might cause that one to be exposed, or at least somebody watching you type 20 W's would suddenly realize you've typed 20 W's. But for a brute force attack in particular, which is one of the semi-common ways that hackers try and do their thing, longer is always better. 20 beats 10 no matter what. Now, one of the things you mentioned in your question actually is one of my hot buttons, and that's simply this. Television and movies lie. They are fiction. When you see a hacker working on a password and that password appears one character at a time, bogus. Totally and completely bogus. That's not how passwords are stored, and that's not how passwords are cracked. You don't get any information that you've got the first character right. You just don't. It's all or nothing, which means you have to try all possible combinations of letters, numbers, and characters if you're going to brute force a password. And that depends entirely on the length of the password. An 8-character password, that can probably be brute forced within a reasonable amount of time, depending on the hardware you've got. 10 characters, not so much. 12 characters, okay, we're starting into getting into the months and years realm. 20 characters, we're talking hundreds of thousands of years in order to be able to crack that password using brute force with today's technology. That's why length matters. Now, I do have to say that there's more to password cracking than just length. Length is important. When in doubt, make it longer, but don't reuse passwords. One of the issues that a lot of people don't realize is that once passwords are discovered, hackers add it to their list of things to try first. So if you've got a 20-character, long, strong password, and that password is somehow discovered by a hacker, that password is no longer secure. That password has been added to their database of passwords to try. That password is going to get tested. They won't brute force. They're just going to try all of the passwords they've seen in the past because they know people are lazy and reuse passwords. Similarly, malware. Again, it doesn't matter how long your password is or how strong your password is. A keylogger on your machine can capture every keystroke. Make sure your machine is as malware-free as you possibly can make it. And of course, yeah, there are services that don't do security right. It's unfortunate, it's a pain, but when they don't do security right, that means they're actually storing your real password. That means when they get compromised, your actual password might become visible. When that happens, once again, you got to change your password and you got to stop using that password anywhere else, regardless of how long it was. I hope that was helpful. I hope that helps you understand why length really does matter most. For updates, for related links, for the original article on which this video is based, visit askleo.com/6373. I'm Leo Notenboom. This is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.